What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we're talking about Power Automate, we're talking about expressions and functions, and we're talking about the trigger function in the referencing functions section. So the trigger function allows you to return back all the details about the trigger that you are using. Unlike the last couple of videos where it's been trigger body and trigger outputs, we are actually getting the whole trigger in this function. So it gives you all the details about the trigger itself and then everything else that we've seen. So let's take a look at it. I'm in Power Automate here. I have a CDS triggered flow here for when a record is updated. So when a record was updated in my CDS environment, the flow will trigger. And then we have this referencing function box, which is just a compose action down here. If I click into it and then click expression, I can scroll down until we get to trigger here. So it says enables an expression to derive its value from other JSON name and value pairs or the output of the runtime trigger. So what that's saying is that we are getting the details from the trigger that we are using in this flow. So if I just click trigger here and then click OK, we can see it goes into that referencing functions compose action there, and we can test it. So we can click on test. We can run this from a previously successful test. So I'm not going to update the record in CDS that then triggers the flow. I'm just going to use a previously run flow just for ease and testing. It's great functionality of Power Automate. See, the flow is running and we can see it run successfully. So if we expand the trigger first, we can see that we get these. We can see the environment, we see the entity names, and we can see the scope. We then have the body here in a JSON representation, and then we have the account name. And if I expand this, we just see all the rest of the fields that are kind of these fields, but in an easier format to understand than the JSON there. If we go down to referencing functions and expand, we can see this instead. So what we have here is we have the name of the trigger. So the name of the trigger is when a record is updated. So this isn't the actual name of the step, it's the name of the trigger itself. Then we can see the inputs, we've got the path, we've got the scope of it, which is the business unit scope. If we scroll down a little bit, we get some details about the host and where that is. Oops, scroll down to the bottom too far. We can see connections of the details of the connection. We can see the outputs, so we can see the header, the connections, the content types, JSON, stuff like that, and then we can see the body. So this function gives you everything from inside the whole of the trigger. So not just the body that we had last time, and not just the outputs that we had last time as well. We're actually getting these details here about things like the name, the input and stuff like that. So we could potentially take these pieces of information out of here and then use that later on in a flow. So this is a uniqueness of this one over the body one, in the fact that you usually can't get the dynamic content for this. So if you needed these pieces of information or you needed to look up these things, you would actually have to use this function to get that. So I think that's why this could be quite handy. But what do you guys think, and what do you guys use this for at the moment, or what will you use it for in the future? I'd like to know in the comments down below. If you'd like this video, please like and please share it with your friends. It's always appreciated. If you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.